Hello everyone, what is up? My name is KCin, I'm Nick's evil twin, and today I'm going to be talking about the so-called problems that are present in Homefront, which I would tend to disagree with with every single one of them. Well, maybe not all of them, but yeah, I'm going to be discussing those right now, and let's start with the first one. So I've been hearing people talking about how annoying that swoop down to the earth to respawn is. Actually, I've only heard one person saying it's Tabe. You can go watch the video if you want. I really don't care. I'm not going to link you guys to it because I'm too lazy. Doing this commentary is hard enough considering this is my fourth time doing it. But anyways, he's saying it's annoying because like after you say it, he says it's cool like the first 5 times, but after like the 20th time, it just gets boring, and it's like why is this happening? Well, you see, he's just thinking about like the like graphics display the graphics display reasoning of it. You're not thinking about the gameplay purposes that it serves. See, the gameplay purposes that it serves is showing you where the main battle is. It shows you where all the enemies are. It shows you where, like, if there's a clusterfuck of enemies all in one spot, it shows you that they're there, and you can go rack up the fucking kills. Okay, and I'm not going to excuse my language because as I completely agree with obviously Jesus, because it's a word and it's here for us to use it. It's just like the word the. If we can't use if it's there, then why can't we use it? We use it so often that it doesn't really matter. But maybe I'll talk about that in a different commentary. I don't really care. But getting back to on topic. So what he's saying is that it serves really no purpose. But I tend to, as I just pointed out, it's blindingly obvious why it serves a huge purpose. It serves the purpose of showing you where every single enemy is. It serves you the purpose of showing you where every single one of your teammates are, which is important, which I'll talk about later. It shows you whether it helps prevent spawn trapping. It can help spawn trapping. The helping spawn trapping might be a little two-sided, but stopping spawn trapping is a very big yes. That's what it does for sure. And I don't really want to think about any more ideas. But okay, so the way that it shows you where every single one of your teammates are, and that can help you in ground control or in anything actually, because if there's one enemy that's flanking around all the way on the left side of the map and all your teammates are on the right side of the map, and you're spawning in and you see that no one is going there to pick them off, then you can go and do that, because if none of your teammates are there, think about it this way: no one can steal your kill if none of your teammates are there. The only thing that can happen is he dies or you die. Okay, that's the only thing that can happen. And if you kill him, that could potentially save all 11 of your teammates from getting raped by that one person because your teammates suck and they don't pay attention to their surroundings. Leb Gangsta 101. That's my best bud, Ali. I did do a commentary with him, but anyways, I'm in the middle of a commentary. So, yeah. So it shows you where every single one of your teammates are. It shows you where the enemies are. If there's a clusterfuck of enemies all in one spot, then you know where the hell to go. Like if you're playing ground control, which is basically domination, and you see that that there's 8 guys going to C flag, and you have A, B, and C. Well, there may be 16 guys on a team, but maybe half of them are at B flag, and then the rest are at A flag, and then there's 8 guys going to C flag, and you got no one defending C flag. You're just gonna get raped at C flag, but at least you can go there and you know where all the enemies are, and there's none of your teammates there to steal your kills, and you can get a quad nade or whatever the hell it is you're gonna do. You can pull out an RPG. You can freaking call in a helicopter and completely destroy base. Do whatever you want. So now the next issue is, I don't know if anyone said it about Homefront, but I know Wings of Redemption in his Crisis 2 review, he complained about a lot of things that were most likely true, but the lack of guns I have to disagree with, because here's a fact: in every single Call of Duty, there's 3 or 4 guns that everyone uses. Everyone. Like, well, they at least use one of them, okay? They are considered the overpowered guns or the most used guns, and because they are the most used guns, they are considered the overpowered guns, which I just said. But so yeah, and I'll give you some examples. On Black Ops, it's the AK-74U, the FAMAS; those 2 are considered overpowered, and the AK-47 isn't considered overpowered, but it's a beast gun. I love it. It's probably my favorite gun in the game because it's been around since Call of Duty 4. Other than World at War, that's the only game it wasn't in, because World at War was based in World War II, which didn't have guns like the AK-47, the Kalashnikov or whatever. But I digress. So as I was saying, in Modern Warfare 2, it was basically everything. It was the ACR, it was the AK-47, it was people whined about quickscoping, they whined about the intervention, the Barrett, the everything, claymores, noob tubing was probably, I would say, the main problem for everyone, including myself. But you see, and G18s, Kimbo G18s, I just remember those were a huge no-no too. Everyone hated those because they were very overpowered, if in my opinion. But as I was saying, I actually forget what I was saying. But see the problem. See those three. There's three guns that are used, 3 or 4 guns that are used basically all the time by everyone. Okay. Now you see with this game only having 10 guns. No, I find all the guns are basically equally powered. I use the ACR the most because I like the ACOG sight, and I like the fact that I have a mini kill streak that's a UAV sweep, because that helps me a lot. Because in Black Ops I've learned to use my UAV a lot, because I don't go for the higher kill streak as often as I did in Modern Warfare 2. So but everyone can use different guns. You can snipe, you can do whatever the hell you want, and the fact that there's only 10 guns means there's less variety. But think about it, in every single Call of Duty game, there's been at least 10 guns that are minimally used by everyone. So it's that are sorry, I think I just contradicted myself. That are used by basically nobody. So it really doesn't make sense why people are annoyed by the fact that there's only like 10 guns or something in this game. I'm only level 5 and I can't level up any further until I buy a battle code, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do yet, because this game is just as fun with only having 6 guns or whatever. So, but yeah, anyways, so the next problem is, Tay was also complaining, about, the fact that your run speed is, the running animation is very slow. Well, you see, I think, I don't really know the reasoning behind this. I don't know the exact reasoning. So, if you guys know exactly why the developers did this, feel free to tell me. But I think they did it is because, the kill streaks are a lot easier to get. Because let's say that gunship or the Apache or whatever, on Black Ops it's an 11 kill streak where you cannot die. But in this game, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure of the math and how many kills you need to get before you can call it in. But you can get that over a span of like a game, and no matter how many times you die, and then buy it anytime. Whereas in Black Ops you would have to camp and not get killed to use it. So it's I don't see the problem with it. Oh wait, no, that's not even what I was talking about. The run speed. All right. The run speed. I think they slowed it down is because actually the kill streaks does tie in, because the kill streaks are easier to get. Like there's those drones as I used I think twice. That that can get you a few kills. They're pretty powerful, and they're only like 400 or 500 battle points, which is what you start off with, 500 battle points. And as you see, 400 battle points for a truck. It would be better if I had someone up there shooting, because as you'll see right here, I have to switch to the turret to mow this dude down, which is no problem for me though. But anyways, but yeah, so it's easier to get kill streaks for you in this game. So I really don't see the problem with the run speed being lower. Maybe it can get annoying, but maybe they're trying to make people more aware that you shouldn't sprint everywhere. Like maybe sprint towards a flag, but once you get close, you shouldn't be sprinting, because there could be people camping anywhere. And especially if you don't know the maps very well, you don't know where people are going to be sitting. You don't know like choke points and all that stuff. I know I certainly don't know any choke points, but anyways, I think I've covered everything. I'm not exactly sure. If you guys are wondering why I call myself KCin at the start of this video, it's because, and Nick's evil twin, if you don't get the joke, Nick backwards is KCin, KCin. That's why that was the joke. I might just call myself KCin from now on. I don't really care. KCin sounds pretty sick, like a boss. But overall, I don't believe any of these things are problems. I could care less about run speed. I'm a defensive player myself, and most YouTube commentators play defensively. I don't see many of them rush and get freaking epic scores, and they play pretty defensively. So why should they be whining about the freaking run speed when they probably won't run as much as some other people will, who have the, I guess you could say, have the right to complain about the run speed because they run a lot. And But yeah, guys. So if you enjoyed this gameplay on Homefront and this commentary where I make fun of other people and call myself KCin, please subscribe for more. I really love Homefront. I will be uploading more Homefront gameplays. Um, like the video because it helps me know that that people enjoy the commentary or the gameplay, whichever one. You don't really have. You can tell me if you wanted to comment. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you, everyone. Final score was 17-7. Guys, the scoreboard is so hard to read. Man, if I wouldn't have watched this video like 4 times, I wouldn't have known what the score was. But yeah, this game's awesome. If you guys like, I recommend you guys getting it. But anyways, peace out. KCin out.